We have with us a good friend of everybody's here in Logan County and the administrator of a wonderful new facility we have here in Lincoln. And folks, if you haven't had an opportunity to go out to Castle Manor, avail yourselves of that opportunity. Mr. Searby would be glad to have you, sir. Welcome.
Thank you, Bill. It's good to be with you guys today.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you with us, Tim, and particularly talk about this wonderful new facility we have here. I'm going to just hit the ball in your direction and let you pick it up for right now.
All right. Thank you. Let me tell you a little bit about how things are going at Castle Manor, and I think it's probably a good thing for us to reiterate the services that we offer there. At Castle Manor, we are a supportive living facility.
As opposed to a nursing home. That's
yes,
important to know.
Yes, sir. And we can customize the services that you need. Now, you have to be at least 65 years old to come into Castle Manor. So
we'll be okay, Bill.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
You might be close. But we can customize services. For instance, you may come in just needing us to make sure that you're getting your meals, your housekeeping and laundry, and that may be all you need at this point. But as you start aging in place and need more services, we have those services right there for you. So, for instance, your 3 meals a day, if you want a breakfast tray in your room, you can get that, and then you come to the main dining room for your dinner and lunch, and you choose off of a menu. You have 2 different entrees that you choose. And then if you don't like what's on the menu, you can have a chef's salad or a sandwich of some type, but we want to make that something that gives you the choices so that you can have what you want for those meals. Plus, we offer the weekly housekeeping and weekly laundry services. Those are all included in that base rate. Now, as you need other services, we do have certified nursing aides around the clock, and they can actually then offer services such as help with bathing and dressing, those types of things. We can also offer medication oversight. We have an RN, Deb Given, around the clock, or she's not there around the clock, she's there 5 days a week, but then we are staffed with the CNAs then around the clock so that we can carry out whatever that care plan would be for each person living there.
Is there a call bell in each apartment?
Yes, there's an emergency call system in each bathroom in each apartment, and then you also have another emergency call system wherever you want it in the apartment. We'll place it in your kitchen, in your living room, or by your bed. And if you want, you can also get the lavalier type emergency call system, much like our Lifeline and things like that, but it rings right to our own services right there in the facility.
And of course, you'd have people 24 hours a day who would answer that right away.
Exactly. They're right there in the building, so they would answer immediately then. So you have those services readily available.
Now, when we talk supportive living, what would be the upper end of that spectrum? Do you have to be able to do some things for yourself? Dress yourself?
If you need assistance in dressing, we'll be glad to do that. Or if you need assistance with bathing, you do have to be able to transfer yourself in and out of a chair or in and out of bed, that type of thing. Now, if you need an electric scooter or a wheelchair, most of the time you certainly can have that, but you have to be able to transfer yourself in and out of that chair. And then also, if for supportive living, then you do need to not have a problem with complete incontinency. And then also, we are not a locked facility, so if a person would have a lot of issues with memory and wandering away and harming themselves, then we cannot offer that.
Find another facility for them.
We would want them to find a different place that would offer the care they need.
Oh, don't you have some sort of agreement with St. Clara's? Aren't you part of the same family?
Exactly, Judy. We are owned by St. Clara's. And so we already have an agreement with them so that any of our residents, and some have already taken advantage of that if they needed to go for therapy or other things that they were needing. We have that agreement with St. Clara's. We can get you into St. Clara's right away. And it's a wonderful arrangement to have that right here in our own community where we can share those services back and forth.
You bet.
Now, if you have some grandparents that are in there and their grandchildren who come from ways to visit and so forth, what about them as guests for the meals? Is that a doable?
Certainly. They're always you're always invited to have guests with you for dining. Also, if they want to stay overnight,
really?
They're welcome to stay overnight
Oh, you
in the
have a
apartment.
little apartment room?
No, they would stay with their loved one,
Yes.
because they can have a hide-a-bed, or if they want, something like that, they can have it set up. We don't have extra apartments. We only have 3 studios left, and so
Exactly.
that's all we have left to offer. So if you're interested, we need to get you in right away.
Well, don't look at me.
I don't know.
I'm hoping to avoid that for a little while yet. I don't
The
know.
meals,
Well,
the
Gene's been
housekeeping.
talking with me.
Yeah, I wondered why you and Gene were on the phone. But you have also transportation facilities.
We certainly do, Bill. We have a wonderful bus that has the lift on it so that we can take people in their scooters or in their wheelchairs, and we do regular outings. We go out to eat lunch here at different restaurants in town. We do a Walmart shopping trip. That's not too far for us. But
No, it's not.
That's right. But it is. We do take people to local doctor's appointments, dentists, those types of things. That's done through our programming right there at Castle
Now,
Manor.
supposing there's something, say, at SIU or Illinois State University, do you have transportation facilities available for that on schedule?
We don't do out of town scheduling with
Okay.
our bus.
That's
That would be done through Community Action or someone like that.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of folks out there still have their own vehicles.
Oh yes,
Many
we
do.
We have several still with their own cars, and they're still very independent, going when they want to. They can leave the facility anytime they want to. We do lock the facility at 8 o'clock at night, simply for security. And then if you
No, I'm down with that anyway.
Yeah, wouldn't affect us, would it?
if you come after 8 o'clock, though, to visit someone, right there in the front windbreak area of the facility, there is an intercom system. Simply buzz the intercom, and a staff member will talk to you and then come and let you in to visit.
Now, you have an ancillary dining room. If, let's say, we had a little family party, it will accommodate a few.
Oh, certainly, certainly.
Up to how many?
The private dining room will accommodate up to 12 people. Now,
Really?
that would be tight, but you
Yeah.
can get 12 people in the private dining
8
room.
or 10 would work.
Yes, very well. And we would offer, if you want us to provide the meals with a 24-hour notice, we would provide the meal. The cost is only $5 per person that comes to visit.
Really?
Yes, and delicious meals. And then also we had one of our residents there for Thanksgiving night had her family in, and they reserved the Railer room upstairs, which is the activity room, and I believe they had 24 people there. Now, they brought their own food in. It was just like a potluck. So,
That's
so
the
her
next
family brought
question
it
I
in.
wanted to ask. Let's say that I was there, hope not, for a while, and I wanted John Gazzardo to cater for me out there. Is that a doable situation?
Certainly. If you want to set up for that and reserve the room, there's no cost for our residents to do that, but we would just ask that we make the reservation. And we already have several of our folks making reservations for different rooms throughout the holiday time, and we encourage that. We really want their families to be there and be a part of what they're doing.
What sort of activities do you have for the residents there? I think that's so important. My parents, who were very good people, right, Bill?
They sure were.
But they when my dad retired, they took to their chairs and there they sat.
We have some great.
That's a terrible thing.
Yes, we have some great activities. Now, you can pick and choose. You can come to as many activities as you want, or if you want to stay in your apartment, that's your right. It's your home. But one of the things that we've found that a lot of our people are enjoying are Wii bowling, Wii golf. So we do that in our fitness center, and they actually are really enjoying the Wii sports. And then we do other types of programming. We try to also get our folks out into the community. So we go to community concert, we go to different outings like that, and then we bring folks from the community in. So we're bringing in different people throughout the year to offer musical programs and other type of program. Dr. Dan Friesmeyer was just recently there for a health fair that we did. So we bring other folks from the community in, and then we do all types of activities. We have several people that play pinochle, bridge. We have a lot of card games going on, and then other type of games for stimulating the mind also. And then I would say our walking club and our WE programs and the chair yoga are those more healthy activities that several people are involved in, and it's good to see that happening.
And this all takes place up in your activity room?
In our
there?
activity room, or sometimes it might even be in the Lincoln Library. That's where a lot of the card games happen. But we have a fitness center there too. We have the weights, the bands. We have 3 recumbent bicycles. There's a treadmill, and then the Wii games are in that room. So most of that type of activity is taking place in the fitness center.
As a matter of interest, do you have many of your residents using your activities room with weights and the treadmill and so forth?
Yes, we do.
I'm curious.
The treadmill is not as popular as the recumbent bike.
You might have to define your terms.
Okay, the recumbent bike is the bicycle where you sit and it's like you're in a chair, but then you're riding the bicycle.
Okay.
And so it's much more comfortable because you've got the full seat, you've got arms. It feels safer as you're riding that recumbent bike.
Right.
But still very much an excellent exercise for cardiovascular.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's say
yeah.
for the cardio system.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
excellent, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And we have several using that, so it's been fun to see how those types of activities have worked into our programming.
One of the things that we'd talked about before was the financial considerations. I'd like for you to go over that if you don't mind. I think it sounds so unique to me.
Thank you, Judy. I appreciate you asking that. I think we do need to try to clarify that for people. We have what we call a private pay person, and then also there are private insurances that are paying, long-term care insurances, and then we're finding too that the veterans are also probably going to be covering in supportive living.
Really?
And we found,
really?
yes, we found that several people are looking into that.
Maybe I don't have to go to Quincy then.
There you go. And then we have the option for public aid. Now, we are not a facility where your rent, your rent is based on your income.
Right.
So if you're a private pay person, then you're going to pay whatever our private pay rate is. Or if you're public aid, then you're going to be based on whatever they tell you. You have to be making at least $674 a month with some kind of income, whether Social Security or pension, and then you can definitely qualify to come into the facility and have that public aid assistance.
I didn't realize that public aid was involved there at all. That's interesting.
Yes, it is, and it's a
great
great program. It really is a great program to help people who otherwise might not have been able to afford to live there with us.
Yeah, because it is. I want to go out there and see it now since you've redecorated for the holidays. It's just a beautiful facility, and those of us who have not seen it should really get a chance to go out there. And Mr. Searby would be very happy to show you what they have. How many? You don't have many vacancies now.
Just the 3 studios left, and those we're very excited about the response that we've had. It definitely shows that there was a need for supportive living in Logan County.
Well, it's the only facility of that sort, of that level, is it not?
Exactly. That's right. In Logan County, it's the only supportive living. It just offers that different level of care that we can help people to stay active longer and be as independent as possible. And Bill, I'm just going to tack on, we would love for people to come and see us. If you want a tour, it might be good to call to make sure that one of us can take you on a tour to do that. We'd love for you to see it. I am thrilled with the planning that went into this facility. I would be proud for my mother and father to live there and to be able to live in a place that nice and to get the services that are offered. I'd like to just really share with you too that we just feel so blessed to have the frontline staff that we have there caring for our people. Wonderful people to give the care that is needed, love their jobs, love to come to work, and are so caring with our residents.
We always like to close with a little saying appropriate for the day or the program. This has to do with age. And a man's age demands respect. A woman's age demands tact. Thank you for Viewpoint.